Hi guys, it's me again, and it's been a while. I had some news but first of all, let's talk about the Dash for All update. So, Dash for All received a big update, and basically a lot of new features got into it. And one of those it is the Dash, which is just another way of Dodge, but you can manage a lot of stuff now. So keep in mind that. So when you go SKS menu and you go player settings, you're gonna have to enable the roll, the step, the dash, and you also can lock the stuff behind perks if you can expand the dodge, if you want the perfect dodge to be unlockable only if you have a certain perk. So let's say if you have this perk, so only will work if you have this perk. Cancel the dodge with an attack, a light attack. Cancel the dodge with a power attack. Cancel the attack, so if you do an attack, you can cancel the attack with a dodge. And also the stop time one. So if you do a perfect dodge and you want to the stop time trigger, you can lock behind a perk too. So most of the features you guys already saw. You can check the other video. So I'm only gonna focus on this one, on the new features, which are especially the distance of the roll. So not only the roll, but the distance for the dodge, which was one of the ones that make you control. So you have to do 3 ways of manage the distance. So you can choose the animation one, which you're gonna use how the animation was made. So you're gonna use the one, like, let me just set here animation, and if I try to dodge, it's just gonna do like the animation should to be. So if you want to change that and do like you want to put your own distance the way you want, you have when you have the weapon draw and when you have the weapon shredded. So you have those two difference, and you have control. So if you want, when you have the weapon shredded, you can use simple or complex. The difference is the simple, you just set the distance from left, right, and forward, backward. Also the impulse duration, and basically what's gonna happen is the calculation is made by the dodge for all to when you go from left, right, backward, right, and so on. So for example, now I can do like this, the dodge, and if I want to change how it's applied, I can change if I want to do less, if I want to do more, and how it goes. So if I want faster, change the impulse time, and then increase the distance, so that's faster. If you want to be more smooth, increase the impulse duration and do like this. But remember, you need to balance out. So you have the control, you want how you want to do. But how much more you do the impulse, I recommend to decrease the distance, because the impulse is gonna be the time that those distance gonna be recorded. Okay, so this is the simple way, which you have those kind of control. You also have the z index, which are up and down, which you can achieve when you have no direction. So if you want to go up, just tap it and you go up. So just like that. Okay. And you also have the complex one. The complex one basically gives you access for the distance of every single one of the directions. So not only that, but you have the upward one. So if you want to go let's say no movement, you go up, but forward, you go down. You can do something like up, down. You can do stuff like that. So you have basically a 3D way of dashing and dodge and stuff like that. So that's why you have dash now, because dash was thinking to be used as a way to travel faster, and not so like a dash, not a way of dodge or use as a dodge. So now that you have all this power, you also have you can also remove the inevitable the iframes. Okay, so how the dash was thinking, it was to remove the iframes, so don't use the iframe, create some distance that is don't need to be huge, but it is longer than the dodge, and you can use as a gap close or something like that, and change the stamina cost and stuff like that. So another cool additions that got here, it's not for mod list, but you can use to balance it out the stuff if you know how to do it. You can choose how the cost of the dodge is done. So you have stamina, health, and magic as normal, but the way that it works, you can attach it to an active value of your choice. So you can create active value with active value generator, if I'm not wrong, and use it as the value that are gonna cost the dodge. All the dodge have this, so you can separate the three if you want one to be cost than another one, and so on. So you have that, okay? And you also have a global. So if you want to use a global, you can select one, and then the value is gonna be that one, okay? Keep going. Iframes, like I said, you can disable or not. You can use animation time or custom time. They also have the same source as I showed in costs. So basically all the costs have now the active value and the global as optional. So you can choose the way you want. So here you can do like that too. The stomp time, you can do like that too. The console, how it's done. And the movement lock. So that was a feature that was not okay. Basically, it is when you can walk again. What I mean by that? So, if I disable the cancel dodge with movement, if I do, let me just change here real quick to be more animation. Okay, so if I do a dodge, I have to wait until it ends so I can move. So what this does, it is I can change when I can keep back to walk and do the stuff. So if I want to go like when I press it and then I want to walk, I do 0, and then let's say a dodge. Oh yeah, 0. That's if I dodge. Right then I click, I'm going back to it. So you have to be careful. Use something like you can change as you want. It's your feeling, but I just set like I'm gonna set like 3, and then if I dodge, no, 3 is too much. 1. I go back to it, and if I do 0.5, I think it's fine. So just go back to it. You also have the same as I showed before, the active value and the global. You can do like animation time, which is basically the normal one with when the animation finish. So if you want to use animation time, just don't use it. It's my thought about it, okay? And that's basically all the additions that we have. We also have the row, not only the row, but if you are installing for the first time, now you're gonna have roll dodge, step dodge, and dash as inputs already defined. So it's use A for the gamepad, one tap A for tap, if I'm not wrong, double tap A for roll and triple tap for dash. You can change that as always, just click edit and choose as you want, if you want tap, if you want press. Press is the fastest one, is you already click and it's gonna do it, okay? So one of the things that you should not do is, if you want the same key, don't use press and tap, use tap or hold, like you can use tap here, and then for the step dodge, you can see here, double tap, you can just do a roll dodge like double tap, and it's enough because you're gonna do stuff like this. So if you do tap, you do like this. If you do double tap, you do like this. One of the things that you have to keep in mind, the window of the tap in input management, oh my god, input management need to be enable the delay. Enable the delay. So if you go dodge for all and the delay is not enabled, just enable it, because that's what is gonna make it possible for you to do the stuff like it should. So if you enable it, you can do it. It's basically that. And I think that's it, if I'm not wrong. If I forgot something on the changelog, it's gonna be there. This update, it's got so long that it's got so much stuff on it. Oh yeah, that is one more thing I forgot. So about NPCs, the dash is a bit different for NPCs, because the dash for NPCs, it is used as a gap close. So when you go on NPCs, you can see here, enable dash for gap close. So the dash is what it's used for reduce the distance between the NPC and you on the combat, instead of use a step dodge or a roll dodge. So that's why the dash was thinking. So the NPCs or you can use as, like, it's not a gamble, but a way to gap close, but also be able to be punished because of it, you know? So that was the whole idea of it. And that's basically it. If you guys enjoy it, like, God bless. We're gonna have a lot of mods coming, like a lot, and updates. So if you want to see what's gonna happen and use the betas and stuff, you can check out the links on the description. I think there is a pool right now when this video is gonna come out. If not, probably just subscribe and see when the pool got. Okay, but that's it. Hope you guys enjoy it, have fun, God bless, and see you guys soon. See ya.